Do what you can with what you have and where you are. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster, honorable guest, good evening.
Good evening.
You will definitely agree with me. When we were child, we were dreaming of being young. When we were young, we were dreaming of becoming father. When we became father, we dreamed of having children. When we have a children, we dreamed of having them young. We have a dream, all the dreams. Every time we have a dreams of getting education, getting higher degree, getting married, getting job. With all these dreams, one dream is very much common, which is to be successful. To get a success, you must have zeal. Zeal is like a fuel of the car. Zeal is your fuel of progress. But naturally, by our creators, our programming is like that. We are very much negative. We are complaining all the time. Oh, there's a load shedding, we are complaining. There is no power, we are complaining. Someone is not answering, we are complaining. Okay, we must be optimistic, but naturally we are pessimistic. We have to be optimistic, but naturally we always talk about negativity, and we have to change this. If you want to be a successful father, successful businessman, successful gentleman, you have to be very zealous in your dream, in your struggle. There are a lot of examples of poor peoples coming from rag to riches. Starting from me, when I finished my 10th grade, my father passed away. I did matriculation with A grade, and my 12th grade was D grade. It was the totally difference. I was dreaming of becoming a doctor, but I was not able to become a doctor. And my teacher, whom I always inspired, he said, if you cannot be a doctor, you can be something else. You should do something, what you can, with what you have, and where you are. I did my level best. I started learning English. I did private graduation as a private student. Then I got admission in the university. But before getting admission in the university, luckily I got the job in water supply, which was very hard to get a job at that time in any government department. But there was a situation. To study in the university, I had to quit my job. And I did. Because I could do this. Because I had a dream. Because I had the zeal filled up by my teacher. And I quit my job and become a penniless. In 2 years of study, there was only one book which I purchased. I was not able to purchase any book. Only one book I was able to purchase, Dr. Faustus. All the other times, I was having notes, asking friends to photocopy other things. And finally, I did my master in English. And my success started coming to me. A small girl entered a classroom and said to teacher, I want to learn Sanskrit. The teacher said, come on girl, you are from poor class. You cannot study. Go out. The girl went out, cried. His father asked, why are you crying, baby? She narrated all the story. And her father said, don't worry, I am with you. You should do it. Don't worry, you will do it. And today, she is the professor of that language in Delhi. Can anybody believe? She is. Mahatma Gandhi, the greatest freedom fighter. He was fighting against not a country, but empire, British Empire. He had no guns. He had no support of militants. He could have done so many things, but he could have chosen the bad thing, but he didn't. What he chose? Hunger strike. He did what he could do. Hunger strike. And with this hunger strike, he got rid of a huge empire, and got the independence. My friend, he was fortunate to study with me with the same teacher, but he was misfortunate to lose his both parents in same year. His father passed away first, his mother passed away after 2 months. He was working, he was studying, he had to quit his education. But he did not leave his education. He did study as private. He continuously worked hard as a private student, working in the morning, working in the evening, studying at night. After 2-3 years, he left second job, giving tuition and studying. And you won't believe what he is today. He is running an NGO for education who is working for interiors of the province. And he is the program manager. Look at the success. Look at the courage. We are, by our programming, very negative. But we have to be very much positive. And to get success, you need to be positive, but you also need the zeal. Success does not mean economical success. Success also means a successful father, successful son, success in our relationship. Fellow Toastmaster, when you go home, you sleep, when you go to bed, you have a relation with nobody but yourself. You are all alone. What you are thinking, you know only, nobody else. Right now, 8 o'clock, you turn to bed, maybe 10 o'clock, you fall asleep. 2 hours, you are talking to yourself. You have a relationship. And naturally, all bad things are coming to you. You have to start fighting with yourself. If you start fighting with yourself today, tomorrow you will be a very shining, very positive person with zeal, courage to achieve your goals. But if you let thinking control you, then tomorrow morning your thinking will shape your program, shape your day, and all bad things comes to you. Commonly said, think good, something good will come to you. In my experience, when I came here, I started living alone. All the time I was sleeping, trying to sleep. A picture was going, coming, a lot of negative picture. You won't believe. Whatever I thought, all these things happened to me. All these things that I have thought happened to me. And one day I realized, wow, I should start thinking positive. Intentionally, I used to control my mind to think positive. And positive came to me within 2-3 years. So fellow Toastmaster, now you go home, turn to bed. For a while, let the thinking come. And analyze, all these are positive or negative. Believe me, they will be very negative. You have to change. You have to control. Otherwise, they will control you. And never forget, whenever you start working hard, do not complain. You have two choices. You cry or start working. If you have a car, okay. If you don't, take a taxi. If you don't have money, start walking. You should do what you can with whatever you have and wherever you are. And if you lose this, you will be standing the same place. People will be going, coming, and you will be standing where you are, complaining, complaining, complaining.